Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining from your house, from your couch, from your desk, from your chair. Maybe you're joining from the bathroom. Either way, I am grateful that you would join us. I recognize that there's a ton of media that you could be consuming right at your fingertips. And I'm grateful that you're here right now to join us. So my hope is that you would come away from this feeling encouraged, feeling hopeful, and feeling inspired by what the Lord is doing. My name is JB Ward. I am the Young Life Metro Director for Pittsburgh. Young Life's mission statement is introducing adolescents to Jesus Christ and helping them grow in their faith. We do this by going where kids are, earning the right to be heard. We build relationships with them. We invite them into a life with Jesus Christ, and we love them regardless of their response. Luke 19, Jesus says, the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. And so we will keep going to reach every kid. Young Life is present in all 50 states, in over 100 countries internationally. But over the last 5 years, we've experienced unprecedented growth right here in Pittsburgh. Over the past 5 years, we've tripled the amount of schools that we're in. We've over tripled the amount of Young Life staff that we have. We're reaching 5,000 kids across the greater Pittsburgh area. And these are students that are middle school students, high school students, college students, they're teen moms, they're students with disabilities, and we have an opportunity to share the gospel with them. See, these 26 Young Life staff that we have right now, they spend 60 plus hours a week at the local high school, doing ministry at their high school, and also at the college campus. They spend time going to the college campuses where they are developing leaders, developing college-age leaders, developing post-grad leaders, leaders who can join hands and join and partner in a long, sustainable work and ministry. And while ministry and momentum and energy is on our side and we're excited about our growth, we have not even scratched the surface of the impact that we can have. See, if you draw a 45-minute radius around Pittsburgh, you'll hit 82 high school communities and the middle schools that feed them. When you consider all those school campuses, we're actually only present in 15% of the schools in the greater Pittsburgh area. We have a long way to go. Ministry is ripe for growth in Pittsburgh. See, my hope for this event is that you would take that map of Pittsburgh and that you would take your fingers and you would just pinch to zoom and zoom in on your community, on your local high school, or the Young Life staff that you have a great friendship with. See, we want to update you. We want to share with you what's going on. The ministry at your high school is not owned by Young Life, it's owned by the community. Young Life is a locally owned organization where Young Life staff and community members are linking arms to satisfy the mission of reaching every kid.
Thank you so much, JB, but I got it from here. Thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Sly Williams. I'm the area director in the East End of Pittsburgh. Just a few seconds ago, JB mentioned something about impact. You remember that? What we want to do now is highlight or even showcase what we've done to add to that number. Over the next 30 minutes, you're going to see a video that shows what Young Life is on the East End of Pittsburgh as of right now. You're going to hear interviews from kids, parents, and committee. And before this is all over, we're going to bring it back together and we're going to land this plane. But before we do that, please give it up for my man, David Bowens.
He is jealous for me. Love's like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I am unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us so. Oh, how he He loves us. My God loves us. Oh, come on, sing it out with us. He is jealous for me. Love's like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I'm unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us so. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us so. He loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. He loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. If we are his portion, then he is our prize, drawn to redemption by the grace in his eyes. If his grace is an ocean, we're all sinking. Yeah. So heaven meets earth like an unforeseen kiss, and my heart turns violently inside of my chest. I don't have time to maintain these regrets when I think about the way he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. Said he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. Oh, think of his love. Think of his grace. Think of his mercy today. I'm so glad to know of the love of my Lord. How he washes me whiter than snow. He loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and carving out time to be here. I'm so excited to show you guys what's been going on in the East End of Pittsburgh. Young Life Pittsburgh East End consists of 2 schools at this point, Taylor Orderdice and Obama Academy. Well, as of right now, we have the most momentum at Taylor Orderdice. We're getting the opportunity to meet so many kids from Obama because they're magnet schools. While we're still new to this area, we now have established campaigners on a consistent basis. Weekly, kids are coming over to the house, we're breaking bread, playing games, and overall, we're opening the Bible. I'm with my man Johnny over here. He's doing his thing. You know, we're getting ready for campaign weekend. Easy E in the building. Tay, here we go. Trigger Tay. Here we go. We got my man Mike. Get ready for campaign weekend. This is just the beginning. We are just at the beginning with my man Mir over here doing his thing. They're getting the opportunity to ask questions that they probably never thought about, but also process. and engage with one another, building community for the first time ever.
Nigga, it's pink soul. It's still soul. It's still something further there.
In here, about to get this Super Smash Bros. Tournament on. One thing I love outside of campaigners is service projects. The opportunity for kids to come together, have fun, but also be a part of something bigger than themselves is unbelievable. It also shows what need is. We are at 8 Minute Action. We are going to help with a group of 2,000 people pack 1 million meals for less resourced families. This is our second service project, and this is a great way to end the month of November. Just like there's a need in Lawrenceville, in Oakland, in Squirrel Hill, it's the same thing we need for ourselves, because we all have needs. And they might look different, but at the bottom line, we all have a need. First service project for Easton. We're about to get into it. We're doing a little painting, a little cleaning. I'm excited about this. We'll clean this all up and looking good.
Hey, hey, hey! Who's next? Who's next? Fortnite. Hey!
All right, I'm with my man Eli. I got my man B over here. Look at these hair nuts. We're called the hair netters over here. All right, Eli.
That's some music right
Hey!
there.
Let's go.
We're going out in a style. How you feeling today? Are you excited to help serve today?
Yeah, I'm excited, but yesterday I wasn't.
You weren't feeling that great, that's true. Look at these guys. They're looking good right now.
Okay, go slide.
Through this past year, you might see leaders at a basketball game, a soccer game, maybe even a cross-country meet. And we like to deem that as contact work. Just getting to meet kids exactly where they're at and getting to know them and the things that they enjoy. I'm here at Top Golf with my guys. I got my man Julian, I got Eli, who's taking all the food right now, Neil, Tayshawn, my man Isaiah. We about to play Top Golf. Who think they're gonna win anyway? Of course, all of them think that. We're gonna see, stay tuned. Let's see the embarrassing hits we got right now. So sadly, practice was canceled today, and I was about to take some of the guys home, but then we had the idea to say, why do we have to start running? You look all nervous right now. This your first game? This your first time at Pitt game? Who you think gonna win? That's right. So I got my man Eli. I got Cool Tay over here. We're gonna bust out about 3 miles. Light work for these guys. They made a different pedigree than other people. You got anything to say? Believe in yourself. Cool Tay?
Like and subscribe.
All right, like and subscribe. This is dedication right here. Look at my man Spence giving donuts out
Hey, you guys
in
want
the
donuts?
rain. This is
Yeah,
pure
that's right there.
love. This is legit contact work. What up, boy? How you doing? You good?
I love you, bro. What's
You
your
hear
name
that?
again?
Spencer, what do you mean? Whose his name is? That's Spencer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here with my man Isaiah White at the City Track and Field Championships. He's coming in with. We got. Can you explain your medals today?
We got 2 golds, 1 silver, 1 gold in the mile with a 443.
Come on.
And then we got the gold in the 800
Come on.
for a 208. I could have did better, but like I was just too sore. I didn't even get to sit down.
I don't want that. It's all good.
I didn't get to- I didn't-
He did an amazing job. What are
I
you
didn't get
looking
to sit
forward to?
down.
What are you looking forward to next year?
First, I'm going to States next year.
Come on. Did you hear that? We're going to States next year.
I
got
can
anything else
guarantee
here?
all that.
Oh, you hear that?
That's a promise. And
Come
I-
back and check this out.
And I don't break promises.
You don't break
That's one thing
promises.
I don't do.
You got anything to say, Amy?
Good job, Isaiah.
Good job, Isaiah. We're out of here.
Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that shot. Shoot that shot. Shoot why not? Ain't no big. Feel like pop. We can't lose.
All right, my guys are about to jump in the water. Isaiah, you going in?
See myself?
Hey, watch out.
And this is the bread and the butter. Camp. This is an opportunity for kids to be removed from distraction, unplugged from the world, maybe even things that's going on at home, but they're met with love, sweet community. Fall weekend, here we come, baby. Here we go. Fall weekend. Adventure. And overall, the best part about this is the proclamation of the gospel.
I'm speeding minor league, major deacon, try and take them to the priest and lawyer say you need a reason. Spot hit.
I'm in here for the 80s day. About to chill with my man Frazier. He probably gonna say something buck wild from the hood. I got my man Jordan over here. I got my man Logan, Bobby. Tell him, Bobby. Tell him about Chris B.
Chris B, the best cute rapper in town.
Come on. I got my man Ethan over here all day, you know what I'm saying? Got Bruce Leroy, you know what I mean? The finest in here. Get ready for the 80s. Here we go. We about to get it. Yeah. Hey.
Although Young Life has only been present in the Eastern of Pittsburgh for 2 years, there's a lot that's been going on. And I want to show you guys that. Come on a journey with me.
Yo, it's Spencer. So the question is, why am I a Young Life leader? I think the biggest reason why is because of the Young Life leaders that I had in high school. They were very impactful for me and how I approach my faith now. They really challenged me to think a lot more about my faith beyond just going to church and believing the truth of Christianity. So I think I want to try to pass on that kind of legacy to more high school students and give them what I had received in high school.
My name is Isaiah. I go to Taylor Alderdice, and I'm in 11th grade going to 12th. My favorite memory is either camp with both of my leaders or going to the Pitt basketball game with Coach Sly.
My name is Julian Barham. I go to Taylor Alderdice High School. I'm a junior, and my favorite memory was Sly. Campaigners Weekend, I think that was called. That was super fun. A lot of guys. Every time I see Slides, it's a good memory. It's always positive. Yeah.
My name is Tayshawn Watkins. My grade is 11th. And my favorite memory was when we went to the hotel. We learned about God. We went in the swimming pool, had fun, went to the gym, went to the mall.
My coach, Sly, he was just introducing me to it by telling me, like, this is what they do, this is what you guys do, how it's run, talking about camp and how it's super fun.
Sly became a assistant coach on the track team at Alderdice. I met him there, and I got involved. He introduced me to Young Life.
My friend Elijah told me about Sly. That's how I got invited.
It helped me because it showed me different ways to interpret different messages in the Bible, like different verses. You and Spencer, you guys like help us break down each sentence and each verse in the Bible and help us really just get the focus on what it really means. And then you also ask for our opinions too on what we think it means before you actually give your real opinion.
It makes me realize, like, not everyone in this world is, like, the same. Like, there's better people in this world. And it makes me realize, like, I can be a better person, too. And, like, the change starts with me. I can't, like, wait for people to change. And they're, like, helping me with that. I don't know.
It helps me, like, grow and understand that, like, I'm not alone and everybody is with me. Like, you're on my side, everybody is on my side, and nobody's gonna leave me alone, ever.
What everybody's telling me to do is stay focused on my dreams. So since I run track, people just keep on telling me, stay focused on that, because since I'm good at it, I can really do big things. So people just really just tell me just to stay focused.
I feel like society's like telling us that we should all follow like someone else's path. Like we see someone else doing something, we should do it too. And that like they're not showing us that we have our own paths that we should follow ourselves. Like I don't know, it just makes us all want to be followers.
All right, so with me running track and cross country, it's hard to be able to really stay focused on it. And so you, as a good leader, you really just help me focus on staying in that track and helping me with my future. Helping me go to college and talking about your friends and how you have connections with them and how they can give me like tours on colleges and stuff. So you really just help me just stay focused for the future.
World has so many things like that we want to do. Like there's a whole bunch of temptations that we want to follow, but like they're like telling us that we shouldn't like follow those type of temptations. And I don't know, just better things to do. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like better things to do. Like follow God. He's a great leader.
We always have to stay in a relationship with God and never let that go. We should help each other out because God got us on his side.
I have been involved in Young Life for about 7 years now, and over those 7 years, Young Life has shown me so much. Young Life has shown me love, joy, true friendship, adventure, laughter, some good tears too, but all for good reasons. And ultimately, Young Life has shown me what it means to have a true relationship with Jesus. And that is why I have decided to become a Young Life leader, so that I can give kids the same chance that I got all those years ago, and so that I can provide support and love and a true purpose for the world.
My name is Chuck Gerby. I live in Lawrenceville, and I've been on the committee for about 6 years.
My name, in a formal sense, is Dr. Joseph Walker Carroll Jr. In an informal sense, my name is Joe Carroll. I was born in Warren, Ohio, graduated from Warren G. Harding High School in 1968, so that'll give you an idea how old I am. And matriculated to University of Pittsburgh in 1968, graduated in 72, 74, 78, all from Pitt. And been involved with Young Life, and I had to think about that for a while because there was a little bit of confusion that I had initially when I thought that I was being invited to come onto a board. And I attended some meetings and found out that there was a committee and instead of a board. And in investigating, looking at what a committee did versus what a board did, I just said, well, I do believe that I can do this. And trying to narrow that down, that it was either in 2008 or 2009. So I've been there in that sense, involved with the program since those dates. It is it's joyful for me to see young people interacting in a common kind of wholesome cause. And when I see that taking place in a formal sense with responsible adults guiding in what I saw patient kind of fashion, these youngsters, and I'll call them students, along the way. It just, it's very, very fulfilling to me.
Hi, friends. Good evening. My name is Joe Hines. I'm a chair of the Young Life East End committee. Been involved in Young Life. Sometimes it's amusing to think about this, but since the late 1960s. So when we think about that, that's more than 50 years. And I guess one of the things that's happened is that the folks around me telling me that they're going to keep me involved until I get it right. So I'm just trying to do the things in support of Sly Williams and Young Life Ministry to get it right. But it's been a great journey for me, and being around kids is a tremendous opportunity to show and to see how God is alive in our lives and just wants to do things. One of the things that's happened recently, and I have an email here, and this email is dated May 15th, so it's just the last couple Fridays ago, and it's from a young man. First name is John. John and I had not communicated or touched base or seen each other for about 45, 50 years, I guess. And we first met at Young Life retreat weekend at Ogle Bay Park. John reestablished, and he moved away from Pittsburgh after a number of years, but he reestablished contact with the Pittsburgh Experiment and Young Life just recently. And he recalled just the effort that the courtesy that was extended to him by me at this Young Life High School retreat. It was an overnight situation, but he thanked me for it. And the email that I got, just if I could just share the very last sentence of this email. It says he hasn't been back to Pittsburgh in a number of years, but when he does come back, my name and getting together with me is at the top of his list. Now, can you imagine someone having been away? He, as I said, left Pittsburgh, became a minister of a church, and committed himself up in New England, Rhode Island is where he spent most of his time. But just having that kind of endorsement and confirmation of time, effort, and commitment to the ministry of Young Life is very, very gratifying. And so when I'm asked, why do I do it? It's because of emails that I get, not every day, obviously, but from time to time, a shout out, just letting me know how much my time, effort, and friendship has been appreciated.
It is definitely worth it. Students are important, and they're the future, and they can easily lose their way and get lost and forgotten. And this is especially true with urban inner city environments. Young Life just plays a vital role in letting students know how much they are loved by God.
Because I receive an enjoyment from it. I get fulfillment witnessing young people working toward a common goal. And this is an established goal within the framework of Young Life. And I see them. I know it's a challenge for a lot of them, but they work at it. And it just pleases me to see them in their efforts.
Well, the end result, the proof of the pudding, is in the action of kids. I shared earlier an email that I got from someone I haven't seen him in 40 years or more. But he said that he hasn't been back to Pittsburgh in those 40 years, but he said that one of the things that he wants to do and is to get together with me. He says I'm at the top of his list of contacts that he wants to reestablish if and when he comes to Pittsburgh. And so it's a reestablishment of a friendship that started back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Mostly just helping you, Sly. Helping you and Amy achieve God's goal of expanding the kingdom, and just supporting your efforts and your volunteer efforts and helping the other committee members. But ultimately, it's all about achieving God's plan.
I get a fulfillment witnessing all these students and all the adults. And so I see generations blending together, and it's just enlightening and enriching for me to see all of that occurring. The time that I believe is well spent for the cause. It doesn't take as much time that I would have thought to be able to, and I use this term before, interact with youngsters and adults and we have our respective roles with Young Life. So I appreciate that part of it.
You know, although this is a ministry for young people, one of the things that I have enjoyed is getting together and fellowshipping with the other committee members. It's not just a one way. I'm realizing more and more, not just one way that the ministry is nurtured and developed, enhanced, but it's two ways. Actually, more than that, three ways when we consider Jesus Christ, obviously, but the physical fellowship of the people on the committee is very, very gratifying. And it's and then to see in the cases where it's possible, the spouses of the committee members, the commitment there, their support, and it's just an ever-growing fellowship and support family that is involved. So I'm getting a kick out of the relationships that I've been privileged to develop and enhance.
What I love about Young Life is that it meets students right where they are, no matter where that is. And that could be at school, at coffee shops, at the basketball courts, at sporting events. And we don't ask kids to come, we go to them. And I think that's what I love most about Young Life.
The sincerity and the purity of the quest. Quite simply that. I see being genuine from the adults and genuine from the youngsters. And it brings a smile to my face.
It's real, it's basic, and it's an attitude of, believe it or not, having fun, but praising and glorifying and loving the Lord. And that's God has a sense of humor, and it's evident in so many ways. I think that's as much as anything else, just the joy. I remember a statement that when it was described, one of the question was, what is the chief end of man? And I believe that it's not my response to this, it's a written response, but the chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy him forever. And that's in essence what I believe in.
Hi guys, my name's Sarah. I became a Young Life leader because when I was in high school, I really had no one who was consistently there for me, showing up for me, whether it was like personally or spiritually. I had a God-sized hole in my heart and I was filling it with all of the wrong things. And I never really had strong leadership in my life. And when I found out about Young Life, I thought it would be a really cool way to not only give back to the community and get to know local families and local kids, but to also be able to have the opportunity to show up for them no matter what, through the good and bad, and really help guide them in a fun, relaxed environment towards showing them what life looks like with God. And it's been really rewarding so far, getting to know some girls at Dice, and I'm really excited for the ministry that we're growing in Pittsburgh right now.
Young Life for me means several different things. I'm grateful that my kid has mentorship, someone to look up to outside of the home. It means I'm able to, I also connect with Sly and able to call him when I'm struggling with my kid acting out or doing something that was just off the wall. I'm able to call Sly and pray with him and ask him his advice. Hey, how do you think I should handle this? What do you think, is going on here? Can you, slide it in a conversation with him when you get a chance and maybe talk to him about certain topics that come up in life. And just having that in my life is very instrumental, and just I thank God for it, because you can't do this alone. And to have outside someone that is constantly working with teens. I mean, I went to college for youth ministry, and sometimes I can be out of tune or out of touch because I'm not constantly doing it. We know the culture changes, things change, and within the youth, and it's just sometimes I feel like I'm out of touch, and I'm grateful to have Sly, who's just in the trenches, constantly working with youth and constantly knowing how to pour into their life. So it's great and very beneficial for me as a parent to have him to be able to call for advice and to pray with me and to help lead Brandon. So Brandon has responded very well to Young Life and the leaders. I have watched it impact his life. But I remember when I told him and I proposed to him, hey, we're sending you to camp this summer. And he kind of like was like, I ain't going to camp. That's stupid. I'm not going to do this. No, I don't want to go. Because sometimes it takes Brandon a little time to open up, and being put into a new situation could be awkward for him, and he really didn't want to go. But he went, he came back, man. He was impacted, like he was so excited. He loved it. Not only was camp impactful, there was follow up, and that's what I really loved the most. I think that's where a lot more impact came. Brandon also was able to bring friends with him in this neighborhood, which I'm so grateful for that, and these kids in this neighborhood, because they definitely need it. So we had a group of boys actually go, which was really good. And then it's just a follow-up. I think the follow-up with the leaders, Spencer and you, Sly, meeting at your house has been very impactful. And once again, like as I said, like building that foundation is very important, and it didn't stop at camp. It continued to go, and you guys continue to grow. So yeah, it's just been very impactful in that way, that it wasn't just camp, but it's ongoing discipleship, ongoing pouring into and teaching these kids how to navigate culture, how to navigate life as a teenager, and so they could be successful in all areas of life.
How amazing is Sly Williams? We are so grateful to have Sly and his team here in Pittsburgh leading the charge, taking the gospel into the lives of kids in this city. But here's the thing, Young Life is not a one-man wrecking crew. Sly cannot do this by himself. Young Life is owned by the local community. It's owned by people like you, folks like you who are linking arms with Sly and his team in order to satisfy the mission to take that gospel into the city of Pittsburgh. And so my hope for you was that tonight that you were encouraged, that you were inspired, and also that you were invited. We want to invite you into this work. Would you join us? Please, there's 3 ways that you could join. First, would you join us in prayer? Would you pray for kids in the city of Pittsburgh, for Sly and his team of leaders and his committee members? Second, would you join the committee? Would you join this team of infrastructure, of stability, that support line that is supplying the front lines work that Sly and his team are doing with kids? And then the third way I'd like for you to join us is if you're able, would you join us and partner with us financially? Would you give to the work that the Lord is doing? And I want to be sensitive because I know that these are financially unstable times. And if you're not able to give right now, we would still love to invite you to join the team in other ways. But some of you are able to give. Some of you have found yourselves looking around for meaningful ways to invest your money. And I would love for you to invest in Young Life in the city. So our budget for the year is $86,000, and we've raised about $66,000 already. So we've got about $20,000 left to finish out the year strong. So would you help us close the gap? Help us close the gap of $20,000 in order to finish the year in financial health. Now there's many ways you can give. Sly is gonna put a link right now that you can give online in the chat. And we'd love for you to click that. You can give one time, or maybe you would give monthly. I've found that when I give monthly, I'm more connected to the work that is doing. And also, if we get more monthly gifts, that helps us plan more effectively. See, the Lord says, wherever your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And we see this, that your heart follows your money, your heart follows your treasure. And we see this with gyms, with gym memberships. If you pay monthly for a gym membership, you're more likely to go because you want to get your money's worth. And similarly, when you give on a regular monthly basis to Young Life, you will find that your heart is drawn into that work, and your heart will follow your gift, and you will be drawn into the work that the Lord is doing. So thank you so much. Here's how you can give. You can click this link, and either way, Sly and his team will be following up with you and checking in on how do you want to partner. Do you want to partner in prayer? Do you want to join the committee? Do you want to give financially? Please join this team, and thank you so much for taking this evening and spending it with us. Have a great evening.
Congratulations, you've made it. You survived. We landed the plane. And if you were sitting here right now listening, that means that this presentation is now over. If you have any questions that came up during this presentation, please stay on this call, and myself and committee are going to stay behind. And if you have any questions, we'll answer them as best as we know how, which we should be able to do because we are the representation of this area. Thank you again for carving out time to be here to hear more about what's going on the East End of Pittsburgh.